Inside this barely visible box is something special. Could also be something that was destroyed, because as you can see, the box is clearly not in the best shape ever. But we're going to find out live. Well, you'll find out live on this video. I've already recorded this, so I already know. And if it's completely destroyed, obviously there won't be a video. So, if you're watching this, clearly the content survived in some shape or form. This isn't something that I strictly needed, or really needed at all. It's not necessarily even something that I have room for, really. But it is something that I have wanted for a while. And trying to find one has proven to be basically impossible. Same with actually opening up this box. It's sealed up pretty well, so I'll give them that much credit. This did come from the US, so... Oh, focus lost the plot, but came from the US, so it had to pass through customs, so I'd imagine they might have had something to do with this packaging job. Which is why it's probably so good. We'll see what awaits. I think it's a box inside of a box. What do you think? Do you think they gave me a box? Well, I hope not. Considering it was 35 pounds. I'd like to think it's not just a box. I'm not even really sure I can get this out. They probably expected me to flip it around. I'm not so sure I want to do that. Definitely a box inside of a box. Looks like it's packaged pretty well, though. I'll pull it out and we'll see what happens. You know, I got it out. I had to actually cut the box because it was taped to the box. But let's see if it survived. I am a little worried about the plastic front panel, but based on what I can see, it looks like it might have actually survived intact. When you see this, you'll wonder what's wrong with me. Like I said, because it's not like I don't have multitudes of Pentium II computers, but this one is special. It's another one of the ones that I actually used to have an example of back in the day. It disappeared on me. Oh, geez. Well, didn't quite survive. It's actually not as bad as I would have expected. So, I'll probably take that, just at face value. So I'll go ahead and I'll pull this the rest of the way out. Yeah, there's quite a bit of faceplate damage. Unfortunately, there's probably not much I can do about it. And it's not likely I'll ever find another one of these. Here's what it is. A digital PC 5000. I used to have one of these way back in the day. It disappeared on me. I also saw a couple of them at a place of work, a former place of work. I have never seen another one since. So, I can't imagine they're very common. The only one I've ever seen on eBay. So, like I said, I can't imagine I'm getting another one. Didn't cost a small amount to get it either. So I'm kind of a little irritated. But then again, I'm also not really too sure that there's much the seller could have done better because they packaged it with plenty of bubble wrap. Maybe a little bit more bubble wrap, but you know, it's not like that was low quality bubble wrap. So, either way, if you can actually read it, there's the information plate. Built in Canada. I imported it from the US, so I guess it's back where it came from. It's a PC 5510. And I can't read what the rest of that says. Let's see if it's easier to read with that light. What does that say, 6300? Probably something similar. I'm not sure what exact Pentium II it's got in it. There was a time where I knew what all the jumpers meant. I'm also not really liking how bent some of this looks. Yeah, some of it looks kind of bent up and bad, especially right over here. This is not in its proper position because this is supposed to be over top of that. So I'm not too sure that this is going to work, but I'll probably give it a try. But this thing is unique for a couple of reasons, not the least of which is the fact that you can't actually find one. But the big reason is, number one, is it has this removable motherboard, which was almost unheard of back in the days of the Pentium II. So that's a pretty neat feature. But the other one, we might see if it powers up. It's related to the video subsystem. I've never seen anybody use a chipset quite like the one that this one has. I have a hard drive. Again, it's any wonder if it still works. Let me go ahead and plug it in, see if it does anything. Okay, somehow I've got a bad feeling about this, but it's plugged in. Computer has thus far done nothing, which is probably a good thing. Let's see what happens when I hit the power switch. I'm not actually hitting the power switch. Uh-oh. That could be broken. Power switch should be somewhere. I might have to actually pull this faceplate. It sounds like I'm hitting the thing. Did I plug the right power cord into it? Well, that's not good. That is not good at all. Okay, I got that out. What a pain that was. I had to actually use a clamp and bend back the case a bit. I'm not even sure it was really necessary because I don't think that was the problem. I think this was part of the problem. And I also think it wasn't powering up because the board was not actually even connected. The motherboard was not connected to the daughter board. I think that's what was going on. But the Eagle Eye will have already seen what I'm going to show you next, assuming it actually works. But I gotta put that back now and take this out because that is problematic. Well, I got it to power on rather suddenly. No, it didn't blow up or anything unfortunate like that, but I noticed that the daughter card, the thing that the modular motherboard plugs into, I'm going to call it the daughter board, was crooked because it's missing a bunch of screws. So I put it back and then reseated this board, and then it powered up with no warning. So we'll see if it still works. Obviously there's a bad fan in it. Hey, that wasn't a good sound. Oh, it was the hard drive. I think that hard drive is bad. But yeah, it works. Resource conflict PCI, so it's not happy about the modem that's installed, but that's fine. It actually freaking powered on. I'll be impressed if that hard drive still works. But that's cool. I can't believe it freaking works. That fan sounds horrible. I think it's the power supply fan. Which is good, because I'm going to have to replace that power supply fan, because I don't think that's an ATX power supply. So, somebody wants to tell me, I'm going to get close to it, and now it'll explode. Just watch. No, you won't even be able to see it. But if you want to look it up, it's a model, let me see, what did it say? PS-5201-2F. You'll probably find about as what I did, and that's different power supplies. Because apparently they used PS-5201 to refer to a bunch of stuff. But that's cool. Okay, it is bloomin' freezing out here, so I'm probably gonna wrap this up soon. But the thing that makes this so special, I don't know if it probably won't in the BIOS, but this thing actually has a Matrox onboard video adapter. I forget exactly what it is. I think it's set on it, and of course now it's going to be buried. But I want to say it was an MGA Millennium or something similar. Looks like a 4.3 gigabyte hard drive, which was bigger than the one that I had. I think mine had a 3.2, if even that good. I'm pretty sure it was a 3.2. But I think everything there is good. Man, it is freezing out here. You have no idea. And just think, it's going to get even colder. Summary screen. I'll beep yourself. Okay. Exit saving changes. Should make it reboot. We'll see if the video BIOS sign-on shows up. Oh, the fan sounds better. No, it doesn't show up. It boots too fast. Okay, let's see what the computer actually does beyond that. Oh, it's trying something. Windows 98. Yeah, that hard drive's no good. It might not like how cold it is. That may be the issue. But I'm going to replace it anyway. We'll see if it'll actually get through this. I don't remember which one's the hard drive LED. I think it's the bottom one. Yeah, that sounds friggin' horrible. I think that's it. I think it's done now. Yeah, it's done. I'm amazed it can even get that far. Well, it's trying. I don't think it's going to get any farther than that, though. So, no perusing the secrets within. I may let it, may bring it inside, let it warm up, and try it in something else. Because that does not sound very good at all. It may have been damaged in shipping. That's also a possibility. But I don't think it's going to get any further than that. I'm going to just go ahead and wrap the video up with that. If it does anything else, maybe I'll have a postscript, but I don't have anything else to share. So, I'm just amazed the system itself actually even works. So, stay tuned. There will certainly be more on this one. Well, I let it sit for a little while longer, and it clicked and clacked and did all that. But it finally did give me the official admission of defeat. So, don't think there's going to be much that I can do for that. Like I said, I don't know if it was damaged in shipping. Could have been. If it doesn't like how cold it is out here, that's another possibility because it is freezing. But, we're not going to get to peruse this one, unfortunately.